Why do men not like dating single moms? Is it because she's strong and independent, ungrateful? Is it because of the baby daddy issues? Or is it because you don't want to deal with or pay for another man's child? Comment your thoughts under this video. Now, for the sake of conversation in this video clip that I'm about to show you guys that is triggering, I have a different set of questions for you. Now, when it came to high school, were you mad or sad that you did not get the woman that you wanted in high school? How did you handle it? And did you make something of yourself? If you did, what is an amazing deal? Remember, comment your thoughts under this video, like the video, and then subscribe to the channel because I will be posting daily content. My name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet, and I'm your friend. Confidence and clarity is the goal, so here we go.
I came up to the girl in high school. She was like, no, I don't want you. And then once she became a baby mama, he was a CEO, executive, and all that. And she like, hey, you remember me? He said, no, I don't want you. I be feeling like, respectfully, y'all.
Wait a minute. Anytime somebody says respectfully, that lets you know something disrespectful is about to come out their mouth. Let's continue.
It's the grown-up versions of the nigga got hurt in high school while we was out fucking the drug dealers. Let me tell you something. We were victims then making horrible decisions with grown-ass on us. Y'all gotta let that go.
What about the girls who had the older guys picking them up in high school?
We gotta get over that. We gotta let that go. No, we don't. In fact, I want you guys to understand something before I get into this conversation. This woman is married. So I'm wondering, why is she even speaking like this? Why should we feel sorry for these type of women? In fact, let me say this. As a single father, I date single moms. Now, because I date single moms, I date them a certain way, meaning I understand she has a life and she has children and that children has a father. Now, she has to understand the same exact thing exists for me. So she has to deal with my children. I'm saying this because this is something that gets lost. So when you guys heard me ask about a woman being ungrateful, a lot of the times, and again, this is not every single mom, but there are a lot of women who feel like they're doing you a favor. Therefore, they're ungrateful for anything you do for her or that you do for her child, not realizing you don't have to do a damn thing. So let's get right into it. Now, if you're the CEO, if you made yourself into something, does this sound like an amazing deal? You have employees, supervisors, managers, possibly district leaders, depending on how big your business is, depending on how successful you are. Does this sound like an amazing deal to have to deal with a baby daddy? The issues. Now, when we talk about the issues, what we're talking about is the arguments that they have, right, between each other, where cuss words and disrespectful things are being said on both sides. Now, you as the man with his life together, the CEO who has a reputation, who has business investors, who has business partners. We already talked about the employees. Now you actually have people that depend on you. Now you're supposed to deal with someone who has a messed up situation. Listen, again, I understand there are some women who do not have issues with their baby daddy. It was a breakup where both people are okay with it and they've gone on with their lives. But for the most part, this is not what happens. In fact, when it comes to getting that girl in high school or not getting that girl in high school, the only thing that happened was she went from the guy who had money to another guy who has money. That's all she did. And that's all she's still doing. For instance, you as the CEO, you as the guy who has a great successful business, you already understand some years are going to be better than others. You're going to have some up years and you're going to have some down years. And I'm just talking about profit margin. Now, with that being said, when you have a bad time or when you have some bad times, will this woman hold you down? Or would she go back to what she knows? Would she go back to the drug dealers? I have no problem with a woman being with drug dealers. I'm just saying, stay over there. Live that lifestyle if that's what you want to do. But as women get older, as a woman gets older, what I've noticed is they're not into that exciting life anymore, where they're in, they're running from the police. They're constantly looking over their shoulders, looking for the ops. As a woman gets older, she realizes that she doesn't want to live that type of lifestyle. But when she's young, this is exciting because there's things that come with this lifestyle, like being able to go and travel and have money and buy things, right? And buy things. Now, when it came to the guys who were picking the girls up from high school, yeah, this pissed the majority of us off, because what it did was it showed us that there's an unfair advantage and we don't have the advantage. The other thing is, men are territorial, and we understand that this is a competition. The majority of men want the most beautiful woman. The most beautiful woman, and men are territorial. Not just men, but the majority of male species, right? Damn near almost every single animal, every single bug, if it's male, it is territorial, meaning this is my space. If you come in my space, I will protect what's here. So when we hear women talking about control, is because they really don't understand the male species and his need to be territorial or controlling a specific area. Now, when it comes to dealing with a baby daddy, he's built in. He's not going anywhere. In fact, he's going to constantly keep on showing up, right? Or he should be constantly showing up for birthdays, for Christmas, and for other celebrations that pertain to that child, right? Celebrations, graduations, whatever's going on, that parent should be there to support that child. Now, do you actually want to see this person? Do you actually want to interact and deal with this person? Because you will. What's put in your face is you understand that whether you leave this woman or stay with this woman, that man is going to be there. Now, how you deal with that is completely up to you, but this is something that you understand as a man. Next, you start to understand, or you start to see how this woman prioritizes you. If she puts you at the top of the priority list, you won. If that woman puts you under everybody, meaning herself first, then her children, then her family and friends, and then her pet, and then you, well, guess what? Baby daddy comes before you, so you just got knocked down again. So if you're looking to get into this type of situation with single moms, what you have to do, or what you have to pay attention to, is how much this woman prioritizes you. Because if she does not prioritize you, she is not grateful for you. And if she is not grateful for you, then you're just like all the other guys who are being used. Listen, we all deal with this in some way, shape, or another, because when you're in high school, the reason I asked that question, and well, mainly because of these women, but the reason I asked that question is because something has to motivate you. Something has to inspire you to become the best version of yourself. And I realized that even when I seen that girl from high school that I really wanted, and I see her now, which would be 20 years after high school, I'm looking at her and I'm like, okay, not so bad. It's not so bad that that I didn't get you, because them 20 years didn't do her no good. Or I may still have in my mind like, man, you know what? Just one time. I just want to just once, just one time, just tonight, right? Like, those are usually the thoughts that go through my mind. But as far as being mad or sad about that, that was something I was mad or sad about back in high school, because in your mind, these were the women that you had access to, which means you had to have one of these women to have access to what you wanted access to, which was the box. Now, I'm wondering why this woman is having this conversation and why she's so passionate about it, because she's married. So it got me to thinking, is this woman about to end her marriage? Is this woman trying to make way in case she ends up as a single mom or as a divorced co-parent? Like, what is her reason or reasoning for actually having this conversation so passionately? Because again, this woman is married. So the issues that she has should not be the same issues that all the other women are having. And if she is a mother, forget if the child is a boy or a girl, or forget that part. Let's just focus on what type of life you actually want for your child. Do you want your child to have to deal with extra stuff that could potentially ruin whatever he or she was working on? If a woman is not appreciative of my efforts, my money, my energy, my time, I remove myself. That woman didn't want you in high school. Now she wants you when she's older and out of shape. Man, the tables actually do turn. Now, see, I understand that we as men don't really have patience because we don't really see what's happening or what's going to happen in the future. In fact, we do see what's happening, but we want things to go our way, not realizing that certain things have to be set up so that we can move in a certain direction. But with that being said, the tables being turned around is a completely different thing. This woman talking about victimhood opposed to being the strong and independent superhero mom that she's claiming to be, or that other women are claiming to be. Again, I have no issue with being independent, as long as you don't want to be in a relationship, because to be in a relationship, it means you're either going to be dependent on your spouse or you're going to be interdependent. Regardless of how you look at it, we're talking about teamwork. So if somebody is telling you that they're independent, what they're really telling you is that they're going to be selfish, over the top selfish to the point to where it will ruin the relationship, where they would possibly need therapy. This is why I say, fellas, get your mind, body, soul, and finances together, because you get to live a completely different lifestyle. Just like these women illustrated in this video clip, what they're looking at or looking for is experiences, right? So they're hopping from men who can give them this type of experience. Think about it. A drug dealer is going to give her a certain experience and a certain lifestyle, whereas a CEO or just a guy who has his life together, he's going to be able to give her a completely different lifestyle. Now, when she's young, right, that lifestyle is exciting because you're in shootouts and you're driving across town and you're driving real fast and you're buying a whole bunch of stuff, right? You're doing like you're living a certain lifestyle. But as a woman gets shot at once or twice and it's a close call where she feels like that man was not protecting her, now all of a sudden, now she wants the stable man because she don't want to get shot at. She don't want to be in the middle of a shootout. She don't want to be held up as a human shield, right? This is what really makes women change their mind. This is why I say adapt to dating, adapt to what's going on, because I have dated women and these are the stories that I hear from women, whether they're younger or older. So I'm passing the information on to you in hopes that you create the life that you want to live. But I do have a question for you. What do you think? Comment under this video. Remember, when you are watching these videos, you are becoming the best version of yourself. Now that this video was done, do me a huge favor. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.